Uh, Audio on the last couple episodes was down. I did not bother to check this. Running the operation solo here. We're gonna jump right into the plant chapter of Metal Gear Solid 2: Sons of Liberty. And hopefully you guys can hear me over the cutscenes, action scenes. We'll let
Snake,
Colonel
you remember
talk.
the sinking of that tanker 2 years ago?
Of course.
Terrorists blow a hole in an oil tanker full of crude barely 20 miles off the shore of Manhattan. Your classic nightmare. It didn't take long for the government to put an oil fence around the whole mess. And then that massive offshore cleanup facility went up inside.
The big shell. I hear the cleanup isn't quite over yet.
It takes time.
It sounds actually really good on headphones.
A symbol of environmental protection.
Calling teams Alpha and Bravo. Deploy at the big shell as scheduled.
Approximately 6 hours ago, the big shell was seized by an armed group.
The only thing I wish they would have taken off of these is the trail effect.
Russian private army members may also be involved. It's a highly trained group, and they have the big shell under complete control.
Come in from downwind and pull up fast. Get ready to fast rope down to shell 1. 5 minutes to ETA.
You know what I wonder? I wonder where Raiden was right before all this.
Stillman's back and get those C4s disarmed.
What are their demands?
$30 billion.
$30 billion. What makes them think they can get that much?
There was a government-sponsored tour going on of the big shell that day.
Hostages, huh?
A VIP from one of the major conservation groups, and one from our own government. The most important person in a sense.
The most important person?
James Johnson.
The president?
Unless the demands are met, the terrorists intend to blow the big shell out of the water.
And the crude will ignite, turning the Manhattan Harbor into an inferno.
That's not the worst-case scenario. If the chlorides being used to decontaminate the seawater go up with the oil, toxins containing catastrophic levels of dioxins will be released.
What the hell's going on with the text?
Will be wiped out, and the sea will turn into a toxic soup for centuries, becoming the worst environmental disaster in history.
Weird. The text was like echoing, had this echo effect on it.
You have 2 mission objectives.
Remember when we all thought that
One,
this was gonna be
infiltrate the
actually
offshore
Snake?
Decontamination facility Big Shell and safeguard the president and other hostages. And 2, disarm the terrorists by any means necessary.
Sweet water effect.
You should know that SEAL Team 10 is also conducting a rescue operation.
Is this a joint effort?
No. Foxhound remains a covert body. Don't alert them to your presence. That is an order.
I can see Raiden's eyes through the mask.
I'm now inside strut A of Shell 1.
Never noticed that.
How are things?
We're in luck. Looks like there are no sentries posted here.
What's the visibility?
The lights on the plant struts are functioning. I won't have to use the IR goggles.
Any problems?
There was a brand new hole cut through the oil fence. There's someone else besides me that wanted to get in badly.
That's not possible.
What about SEAL Team 10?
They landed on the roof of the big shell as planned. And by the way, Snake, we're changing your code name for all following communication.
What's wrong with Snake?
Just a precaution. You are now designated Raiden. All right, Raiden. You've already covered infiltration and VR training.
I've completed 300 missions in VR.
Sounds like whenever you're a
Feel
little
like
kid
some
and you're
kind of
deciding what your
legendary
name is going to be when you're
mercenary.
playing with your friends. Like,
Okay,
I'm going to
we'll
be
skip
Jack. It's
that
like,
part.
okay, Jack.
Make sure nobody sees you.
Okay,
If
Dragon.
you need to, contact me by codec. The
What's
frequency
your name going to be?
is 140.85.
You're going to call me, I'm
When you
be
want to
called,
use the codec,
I'm be
push
called
the select button. When we need to
Kraken.
reach you, contact
Okay.
you.
Hey,
The codec
Kraken.
will beep. When you hear that noise, Press the select button. The codec's receiver
That's the
directly
touchpad
stimulates
button.
the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
Yeah, but
Alright.
he's...
I'll
You know what they
contact
never
you if
say
anything
anything
changes.
is
First,
If
make your way to the upper section of the big
Raiden
shell.
or
How do I
Snake
get up to the
talk.
next
How come
level?
nobody else hears them?
There's an elevator at the far end of that area. Use that.
Sounds good.
Your new sneaking suit uses electrofiber technology, a byproduct of fiber optics research. The texture isn't far removed from rubber, but the material protects against a wide range of toxic substances. The suit itself has a wide array of built-in sensors. It is referred to as smart skin in military R&D. Data about damage to different regions of the body, including blood loss, is exchanged between the suit and the intravenous nanomachines to create a feedback system.
You know, I'm a graphic
There's a lot of
designer, and I
pressure on my
always love
torso.
the
Relax,
weird,
the suit applies varying
you know,
pressure
like
to
these
major
little,
internal organs to
the little
maximize
bouncing
performance and
lines in the
safeguard their
bottom right
functions.
corner,
They call this the skull
file
suit
up there in the
foxhole.
top left, the
Skull
random
suit
numbers
seems
on the
appropriate
bottom left.
somehow.
Just the simple,
The hatch with a
even around
circular
here,
handle will open into
the
the elevator area.
lines that cover
Locate the hatch first.
their frame
Copy
and
that.
the caption
Moving on to
box,
main mission
and even this
objectives.
PTT thing for the radar or the codec. Always loved it. I should find out who the graphic designer is of these games, and let's get some controls down real quick so I can make sure I know all this. I'm playing it on easy. R1 is... yeah, okay. Alright. Squish some bugs. Bummer is you can't see anything through those silly glasses. But here's the deal. I love and appreciate the entire aesthetic of all of this. I used to work in... what is over here? Oh, that's just a vent.